Hello, welcome to Musher's Tales. So the wood's cut, but now we gotta stack it. This is where we're gonna put the beehive stack. First thing to do is get rid of all those cones, get rid of as much moisture as possible. We have a little pile here, little pile there. Have more than 2 cords here already piled. A couple of cords here piled, and everything left to pile. This wood shed's already full to cracking. My son's taken, I don't know how many cords home, not that many, 4, 6 cords, something like that. So this is what we have to pile. All our sheds are full. Full. I said full. This shed here on the left, that was completely empty. This shed here was half empty. Notice this shed here, this is all wood I cut on the wood lots, just clear it out and everything, so it's smaller diameter. That's going to be for next fall, and then you got the winter stuff, burns longer. So round stacking, beehive stacking, just a different way to pile wood. Works, wood dries well, and looks good. It looks cooler than just an ordinary wood pile. So that's what we got to do. Only thing you need, cord with a couple of nails. This cord's about 6 feet long. Since we're making something round, gives us about 12 feet in diameter. That's enough for us. So first step is to stick the nail in and see if your diameter will be good. First thing you do is you have to trace your outline using your pieces of wood. And it's better if you take high pieces of wood. This is why you have that stick, because when you think you're going straight, you're not going that straight. So you lay out your circle. You begin laying your pieces this way. Begin laying your pieces such as this. An overhang. And you just go around your circle, put these pieces like that. And whenever you have a piece that doesn't fit well or anything, or it's too short, you don't like it, you just throw it in the center. But before we throw it in the center anymore, I'm going to put a pallet down just to keep the center ones off the ground. If you have pieces that are sliding down, Put a couple other pieces in front. The whole center is going to be filled up with wood. So if you have something in the way, just throw it in. Short, doesn't fit, awkward piece, throw it in the middle. Or use it to wedge up the top. Stack in the center. You want it pell-mell, so there's lots of air spaces. So you just throw it in the center. 4 trailers in. So this is 8 loads, and we just started filling in the center because we're going to start cutting in, so you have to start building that roof on there. So this is 8 trailer loads. So this is 8 trailers. We're getting near the end. Maybe put 2 more rows, build it up. Now it's not the same height everywhere because the ground's uneven. So in other words, there's more wood in the front than in the back because the land's higher in the back. You want to have well-drained soil, wind, sunny spot if possible, obviously. And yeah, this is where we're at. Not the same day. The other day we stopped and then we had a big rain day. So we'll show you when we're almost done. Had a little bit of a, whatever reason, it sloped in there. But it's not, you know, you can't fall, there's stuff on the inside. That's the good thing about this stacking. It's not going to fall. So when your sides are built up and you start putting the last pieces on the center and on the sides, so that kind of holds everything together. And at the very middle you can put a bucket or something, but we have enough wood that's not a problem. But you can put a bucket, but you want a dome so that the water at the top flows off, because we're going to put a tarp on this. Tarp just in the very top, not all the way down. So yeah, this is pretty good. So what you have to watch is if your tarp's not slack or anything, you're gonna get a puddle like right here. You know, and what happens? You get a puddle there that drips down and your center gets wet, and you wanna avoid it. You want to have your tarp tight in such a way that water will not drip into the center. So we're using tarp what we have, obviously. Scrap tarp, so it is not going to cover it perfectly, but it'll do. It's good enough. It's good enough. So it's stapled on. Notice the dome going up. So water should run off that pretty good. Now if I was a fancy pants, I would have cut the corners off the tarps and made it nice and round. And I suggested it, but my wife said, "You're crazy, because you're going to ruin a perfectly good tarp for something else." So that's it. So that's how you make you stack wood in a beehive or a round cord. I'm not going to say it's better. The best thing is obviously in a building or a roof, or covered roof, or a shed. That's the best thing, you know. But compared to just stacking a regular cord, it's just as good. Looks a lot better. Will not fall. And we figure we have about 5 cords in there. So we had 9 trailers. 9 trailers, so about 5 cords in a 12-foot dome, which is about a little over 4 feet high maybe. Thanks for watching. Till the next time.